right. Short one today. Short stream today. But we're live. We're back at it. We got Shopify FaZe, Halo Scrims. We got a new update coming out next week as well. About an hour and a half with me. Let me get my YouTube post together. Back at it. Matthew, Samuel, Bad Example, Volcom, Agent Pickle, King Titan, yeah, Insanely Crazy, Samantha, first in the chat. Well, not quite, but you're here. It's good to see you. Let's go. How we doing? Happy Friday, TGIF. You guys got any plans this evening? What are you guys doing? You just hanging out watching Halo with me? Wow. How could you? Major Yap Yap. That's what we doing here. Major Yap Yap. We goated out here. Chat moving so fast, nobody will know I'm gay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I know now. Thank you, Gary. You finally come out. I was wondering. Woven, how you doing? 2 days in a row, I went to exit out of something right as the notification for my stream came up, and I accidentally clicked it. And now you're committed. You're committed, Matthew. You can't go anywhere else. You're stuck. Sorry, brother. It's Shyway time. You're in Shyway's world now. Glee, how you doing? TGIF. Leg day. Nah, leg day, interestingly, is Monday. I know I'm a maniac, but I typically do legs the start of the week. I did some arms a little bit today. Random stuff. Honestly, I should have done some legs, honestly. I ran a little bit. You do you, Gary. Hell yeah. That's how we are in this chat. You do you. I don't care. New update seems so cool. What's cool about it? Can you help me out? Because I'm going to be honest, apart from a few exciting features that we already kind of knew about, everything else, not super enthusiastic about. It's cool that we got some new armor coming to the game. The weapon skins is a W, right? The shock skins we're going to get to see at Dallas, right? We've got new colors and whatnot you can add to your shock rifle, and the heat wave and the needler, which is sick. However, we're not going to see those weapons in tournaments, so I think the shock rifle will be a highlight for sure. Is loud. We've got ricochet sniper bullets. Is there optic scrim? If there's optic scrims, 100%. I'm gonna watch some optic scrims. We'll jump back and forth. And then we've got, what's it called? Star in the kill feed and a series of new armor. The new armor looks great. If you're into the armor and you like the, I was gonna say dressing up your Spartan. I don't know if that sounds weird. But if you're into the armor, it's cool. There's a firefight edition that they're adding to the game. It's like linear progression style firefight where you go through an environment and get kills and complete the objective, kind of like a Halo mission created in Forge. Shout out to Timmy Forges, was a big part of that. It's cool to see Timmy Forges get the shout out. I know he hangs out in the chat. Mutilator, right, the Mutilator. Old armor is coming back, weapon skins, firefight thing, bank shots, perfect. That's essentially it. Yeah, that kind of summarizes it, King Tide. We can try to quickly go through some of the actual video content that they showcased. SR Scrim. We're on Last Shot's POV right now. We're getting situated. This is game one of the SR versus FaZe Scrim. We got Trippy and Last Shot. There might be Optic. I've got no intel on whether or not Optic is scrimming today. So I came in here anticipating Shopify FaZe. Formal tweeted they're playing new TSM. Well, there you go. I guess we're watching some Optic versus TSM as well. All right, well, for the sake of the YouTube title and everything coming into this on a Shopify, with a focus on Shopify FaZe, we're going to start with Last Shot, and then we can watch some Optic as well. Let me, hold on. Halo Scrims. I'm only here for an hour and a half today, guys. So we're not going to get to watch the full scrims. I'll stay locked in for the full time that I'm live, and then it's, we're going out tonight. TSM dropped Cherish for Manny. Yes, that's correct. Cherished, it sort of got picked up. He's been playing with Complexity. With obviously, we have no confirmation on whether or not that's going to like 100% happen. but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So I guess wait and see. The thing with Complexity, with Cherish, and obviously, is the scrims have not been going well for those guys. I think they've won 1 game in 25 that they played. They played SR, and they played TSM. They won 1 game versus TSM in their scrim. So that's Cherish's old team that they played against. I don't know about getting drunk. We're going to keep it reasonable, but it is date night tonight. Yes. That is right. So I'm busy. Okay? I'll stay till, like, latest, like, 5:45 Eastern. And then I got to scramble, change my clothes, and then I got to go downtown. Treat yourself. We haven't done a date night in over a month because she's been away. Of course, Steven. Happy to be here. We're in Game 1, CTF Aqua, which is not traditionally Game 1. Usually it's live fireball, so nice to see something a little bit different to start the matchup today. Flag pull already from FaZe. FaZe could give SR some trouble. This scrim is interesting. We've seen a lot of very lopsided scrims. I'm going to expect the same thing with Optic and TSM. I'd say Optic has a heavy favor, even with the new addition to the team. Though I'm hoping that TSM have a little bit more chemistry today because they weren't looking so good a couple days ago. They looked better versus Complexity, of course. FaZe and SR is a different story.
Oh,
Pegasus.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
You can guarantee 1 major improvement in the next Halo. What is it? Just frequency of updates. Pegasus, welcome to the way, brother. Thank you for the 1-1 sub. I appreciate you. Just a game that has scalability, man. Like frequent updates and bug fixes would be the biggest thing that I would like to see in the new Halo. Even if it doesn't launch as the most complete package, ideally it does. But even if it doesn't, if it's continually updated and there's new content and, you know, exciting things happening and they're fixing bugs, you know, a proper live service, then I think the game can thrive because the core gameplay of Infinite is fine. Just kind of keep doing what they're doing as far as gameplay is concerned. Make innovations, but make sure they update it. No flags yet. 7 minutes into the game with no flags is good looks as far as a competitive matchup, right? Good afternoon, Penguin. Afternoon, chat. Welcome, welcome. Good damage at a last shot on a Trippy. He seems to be waiting and baiting somebody coming out the util door. He got Falcated and Trippy there in yellow. All his flags getting pulled. Okay. 2 dead. Numbers advantage SR. Cycle moving his. Frosty coming back with it. Frosty kills Suppress. It's going to be a joust in the center of the map here off his death cam. Cycle takes Trippy. That's probably a first flag right there. Clear numbers advantage. Easy return opportunity. Frosty still lingering in the blue base. Going to make it hard for FaZe to get safely to P2 without dealing with him first. They're going to clear out blue base. Score is 0-0. It just began. The first flag on the board to SR, but it took a while to get that started. I'm hoping for a competitive scrim today. We'll get some updates with the overlay. Update on the 6th. I thought I heard April 30th. Maybe I'm faded. It's the 6th of May. That's the update. Yes, SK. Samantha, what's up? Didn't burn the brownies. Perfect. Now you can send me some. I was going to say, that's what I was thinking about yesterday. Did she burn the brownies? How do they turn out? They turn out good? You're going to hang out with your friends tonight? Hope they like them? Oh, amazing. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Have fun. It's 1-1. Speaking of having fun. This is good Halo right here. We get a close series. SR with good positioning at the base. Last shot going to cover P2 from this angle. He might want to push forward. Yeah, he's lingering here. Got to get himself in a position where he can get involved with the team collapse as they try to kill spawns. They're down numbers, though. I like the flank, but he doesn't have enough help from his team at this point to get any sort of safe pull. He's just going to try to secure kills from center map here. We're all 2 dead in util as well. This man is trapped. I like the aggression, right? Might as well try to force something, give his team spawning an opportunity to get some map control. Silver 6, 29 points from gold. Starting to see your aim getting better. That's cool. Sounds like progress, Dark Wolf. Love to hear it. Lexi Happy Friday, Lexi. How are you? It's been a while. We need more individual skill expression. I hear you. Do you think there's a combination of players from 3rd to 6th that could be able to compete with SR or Optic consistently? I don't know. FaZe is the best chance. What did the Halo update change? New update adds bank shots with the sniper, ricochet sniper bullets. It adds weapon skins for a variety of weapons that don't have skins, like the new Mutilator shotgun, which is also part of the update. The Heatwave has weapon skins now. The Shock Rifle has skins, and the Needler as well. There's also a new model for the Sidekick. A bunch of new armor coatings and stuff like that. If you're into the armor, there's some cool armor. Classic, like Halo 4. The Fotis, like the horn armor, all that stuff. And then, like, a new firefight mode. But unfortunately, the biggest letdown is it'd be nice to have some new maps, man. We don't really have any new maps. It's the only thing to really look forward to for if you're a competitive focused Halo fan is the bank shots with the sniper. Star in the kill feed, by the way, as well. When you get a perfect, there's a star in the kill feed, or a perfect kill with anything. The whole lobby knows that you got a perfect, basically. And at tournaments, I guess we're going to see people with shock rifle skins, so the shock rifle will look a little bit different. Feel free to lurk, Sheet. Thank you for joining the chat, brother. Woodham is human skill expression. Yeah, there's skill expression in this game. Don't get me wrong. I understand that this game could be sweatier, but it's already pretty sweaty. FaZe coming in hot, game 1. Yeah, as we run out of time, though, their opportunities dwindle. They might be able to get this flag for a 3-2, but they got less than a minute to make this happen. Roll 2 from behind, looking for something. He'll find 1 kill, making a trade. 2 teammates in tow, though. Trippy with 2 on the feed. It's big game Trip. Can he save the day for FaZe? That's the question. They got 40 seconds. Last shot playing out mid, clearing his corners as he does it. Here to help Cycle with Penguin. Suppress takes Cycle from mid-map. Last shot now kind of out of position on the bottom of the map here. Trippy going to clean him up. 3v3. They got to press him and press him quickly, right, FaZe? 25 seconds to get a touch on that flag and give us something special. Some combination of SSG and FaZe could probably be competitive. I mean, current FaZe, you know, if this kind of scoreline keeps up, who knows where this is? Oh, you know what? It's over. This game's probably done. They just got staggered with 8 seconds. Trippy out in courtyard has no team help to stay up. Penguin now. Done and dusted. GG's. Goes down to time with a 3-2 close. That's a pretty competitive first game. So good to see. SR now up 1-0 in the series. And in the scrim, without any wasted time, we're going straight to Optic, baby. What is Formal up to? They were on game 1, Oddball versus TSM. So I didn't realize we had an Optic TSM matchup. Looks like is that game 2 already done with a 3-0? Is that 2-0 OG versus TSM? That should just happen instant. SSG versus Complexity? Snakebite streaming? Holy shit, baby. It's a good day for Halo. Too bad I'm going out. Legend streaming, Trippy streaming. Holy shit. I'm overwhelmed with good Halo. Druck POV. LQ. Legend POV.
This is the way.
Raw Citron. Thank you for the YouTube follow. Welcome, brother. Who am I missing?
2 shots.
Nice.
Snake bite.
Top tower.
Snake will bite, though.
Honestly, they're pushing A. Can you cap C if you're on it? Yeah.
I just got shot.
Let's hop in with Formal for a game. Whoa.
Just come back to Ella.
Formal POV, Optic versus TSM. I believe this is game 3. I don't know. We'll find out. Missing Jesse, screaming new LG. Who? Boo Boo has a stream? Okay, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Thank you, Collect. We'll add it after. I can't keep track of it all, bro.
Really weak guys going in battle.
Exciting, though. Halo scene thriving. What the hell? New update. The update's kind of minimal, but it's an update. We got something coming on.
Oh, yeah. I'm walking to him.
Yeah, I got it. My bad.
Right on me.
Optic with the BC hold off the rip here. Manny with the kill on the feet. New teammate just announced for TSM, right? Manny just put the org announcement up like an hour ago. Lethal just got announced on C9, so that's 100% locked in. Lethal to C9 on an org. We're still waiting on the new LG team. If that isn't already announced, it sounds like it will be soon. And complexity. What do you think about the bullet ricochet? I think it's a W. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah. More ways to get kills with the sniper? More creative opportunities for people with sniper? Hell yeah. The shock rifle skin thing will be pretty cool too. I'm just curious to see the shock rifle look, you know, a little bit different than we're used to seeing it. But I'm hoping that people find like bank shot lineups. Like, you know how in Pit, when you start off the opening strat, you can kind of like shoot into the long haul and go for like a bank shot in the long haul? Can you set something like that up in other maps is my question. Like in mid, in live fire or some shit. I don't know. From cuts, hitting a bank shot to top mid. Is that even possible? Like banking off the wall into top mid from cuts? Like I gotta figure out what's possible. I don't think you can bounce it off every surface. We're doing great, Bemmy. How you doing? We spoke with the new update. We have sort of like offhand, you know, I haven't shown any footage to go with it, but we talked about it a little bit. Yeah. Why don't you just keep playing year one maps like Aqua Live Fire Recharge? Because they work the best. Unfortunately, it's a long process to add a map to HCS, and everything that they add has not been well received. As well received as the OG maps. So we have new maps here and there, but like Fortress is a Forge map that they added this season. And I'll be honest, it's the least favorite map in the lineup. Like a lot of people don't like it. So it's tough. Quality scrims, big oops. We're thriving, bro. We're thriving. We're kicking out the day at 23 hundo subs on the dot. How far can we go? In an hour and a half. It's a quick day today, unfortunately. What tricks do you think will be possible? I don't know. We'll find out. Do the ranks reset? I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I think that would be the time to reset the ranks. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Good reason to get a rank grind going. Always damn good, Halo. I don't care what we're watching. We'll make it good. But especially today. Ever see the H3 video where bullets bounce 6 times? No. But they can you can bounce it off 2 surfaces at least. We saw that. So you can like ground, then wall bounce and hit something, which is kind of nuts. Yeah, Bizarre was cool. We tried it for a bit. I'd be down to see it come back. I'd be down to see Catalyst, the version of Catalyst come back. I don't know, you know, like the dev maps are the most consistent performance-wise. We've had a lot of performance issues with the new maps, like Forge maps added to the game. There's several Forge maps being tested, like Guillotine, for example, is being tested by the pro team or the competitive insights team. We don't know what's going to be locked in, when it's going to happen, but I'm hoping that this summer they make a couple changes because the feedback on Fortress hasn't been super positive, especially with the Assault, the bomb game type. It's been very mixed. Yeah, so midship, we got a remake for that, but then the performance is terrible on it, on Xbox, which sucks. You know, it's like a limitation of the game engine once again. And the devs don't seem to have the resources to fix it, so they've just kind of left it by the wayside. Community stream for the new season, it literally just happened a few hours ago. I missed it. It was at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you go to Halo's channel and you check their live tab on Halo's YouTube channel, you can rewatch it if you like. Team chemistry and Optic makes them look scary good. I mean, I agree. They've got excellent chemistry. 97 to 74. This is a weaker map game type for Optic. Good opportunity for TSM to give them trouble. They've beaten them here before with their previous roster. Formal, he'll come out with the trade in the 1v1. That still gives Optic the opening they need to get to C unless Soul Snipe shuts it down. There's a big kill from Soul Snipe on Bound to stop the C progress. Renegade looking for a cleanup on it. He will eventually find it. So they've still got a hold of the map here, but a reset on C. Another 1v1. Druck wins it this time. Should be an easy cleanup for Optic, though. Good milk. Huge double at a Druck. What the hell? Bound comes in, cleans it up, and now he's at a disadvantage. He's going to get pinched by multiple. He'll die. That's A for TSM. Off that double from Druck. He just opened things up. Talik winning a 1v1. Formal's lost 3 1v1s here back-to-back just about, right? TSM giving Formy some trouble. No problem, turn. Smash the damn like button. My God. I shouldn't have to remind you guys. I'm going on a date night. That doesn't have anything to do with the like button. That's completely separate. But hell yeah, Glee, let's go.
Let's go and see.
Bank shots with ranks nice, about to be wild. Yeah, it could be cool.
Yo, glass. Go church.
Okay. Thank you, Cheese. I love you now.
One time, guys. Come on, time.
If you want my love and affection and appreciation, please hit the like button. Otherwise, I don't like you. Get out of here. I'm kidding.
Up tower, wake truck. You trust in tower. You trust in tower, guys.
AV hold, 140 counting.
Shady in bottom tower. Bottom tower. 2 in tower. Last 2. 2 in tower. Last 2. Comes up.
TSM giving him trouble for this camo, man. Good pinch out of legend. That'll open things up. Can get the C plot here. Flips the spawns to A and Formal calls it immediately. Off that push to C, he knows A is open. Do grenades have any effect on enemy spawns? I think they can, but I don't think it's the highest priority weighting.
Push me out, guys. Push me out.
Like the highest priority on spawns is player location, right? Where are your teammates? Where are your opponents? That affects the spawn location the most. And then there's things like sightlines. I do think grenades have a negative influence on spawns, but I think it's a lower priority than team position. And then your sightline will hard block the one spawn that you're directly looking at, if that makes sense. You can sightline block a spawn, but then somebody can still spawn near your sightline if other spawn areas are blocked. But where you're looking does have an influence on the spawn, and it will hard block the one spawn directly inside your reticle, usually. Thoughts on the Sebstar situation? You guys know what that's about? Have you seen that on Twitter? Pretty interesting. Hit the Mother 11 like button. Hell yeah. Surprisingly, OBJ... Wait, Optic surprisingly OBJ efficient? Since when were Optic not OBJ efficient? Are we surprised? The winners of Arlington have OBJ efficiency? Are we watching something different? 204 and counting. They definitely are decking TSM. There's that. They are dominating. What happened? I don't know the full details, but I saw that Sebstar had a sponsor with, was it Luminon Gaming, and he got upset on Twitter because they wouldn't pay for his... He, like, had bought food, and, like, Luminon had agreed to reimburse his meals. So he was upset that they weren't paying for his meals, but then they went into detail on Twitter and showed receipts and said that, like, they only pay during his competition hours, and, like, the receipts that they showed are, like, $100 to $200+ receipts for, like, I don't know, like, fucking calamari and, like, margarita pizza, and just a bunch of random stuff that, like, wasn't even during competition hours. I don't know. I don't know the full details, but it doesn't... I don't know. Sounds like Luminon might be okay, and that they're reimbursed. What they've been covering is reasonable, and that maybe Sebstars isn't being reasonable. That's the way that the internet seems to be leaning right now. Friday, Sunday, he submitted something Thursday. It was outside of the competition entirely, so like a dinner on Thursday, like he submitted. But he's also saying those are not his receipts, so like I don't know the full details, but it seems that Twitter is leaning in the defense of the org right now because it looks like he wants them to pay out for shit that like isn't even related to the competition, and they didn't even, you know, there's a point that you get to, you know, as a player where you have a profile, you have value to bring the org in return for the monetary spend, right? And I guess you could also argue that like Sebstar isn't well known, he didn't exactly place high. Maybe his demands are a little bit unreasonable. I don't know. I really don't know the details enough to like have a full judgment. But it sounds like Twitter is leaning towards the org right now.
Watch your account.
APG was talking to him. What'd they say? Snakebite streaming. Yes, he is. 236 account here though for Optic. They cap out B. They might have the win right here off of 2 dead. Right? They got an easy numbers advantage, setup opportunity, bound inside of A here. Formal like goal. Soul snipe deleted. That's GG's. They don't have the team resources to get a break. And Talik going to have to throw his life away into A, and that staggers them, gives them no opportunity to push out the map. Watch the APG stream. They already hashed it out. All right, chat. Well, there you go. APG hashed it out. APG's been popping off this morning. Go check him out for any details on the situation. But what is he saying? If you guys can give me an update, what was APG saying? Who's the culprit? Who's the Give me the tea, bro. I want the tea because I'm on the outside. Okay. Based off the trailer, it seems like a ricochet headshot is still a one-shot kill. That's true. Yeah, the damage of the sniper when it ricochets is not altered by the fact that it's banking off walls. It's the same damage bullet, as far as I'm aware. Will you still be one shot if you get a ricochet bolt to the body? Yes. I don't think the damage deteriorates with distance or anything, or whether it hits a wall. I don't think it changes anything. Snakebite POV for SSG in their matchup versus Complexity. We got 3 high-tier scrims happening back to back to back, side by side. You got to love to see it, bro. SSG, I don't know what the hell the score is. I'm going to say it's 0-0, but it probably isn't. Versus Complexity. Complexity have been in the freaking blender for 2 days with obviously and Cherished. They've won 1 game and 2 scrims. I'm hoping they get a little bit more. SSG recently have shown trouble or had trouble with Gen G. They lost a couple of games to New LG, so I feel like Complexity have a shot at doing a dent here. We'll see. 2-0 SSG. Wait, 1-0. Okay. Optic right now. What's Optic score? Can you get that sheet? Damn good Halo. What would I think about a new power-up that spawns an allied AI, like an elite or brute, that appears on the radar as another player? It wouldn't shoot very accurately, would have a high health. Yeah, I mean, something like that in social play, I'd be super down for. Like the alternative to the projection equipment or something like that, where you could like a Pokeball, bro. Throw a freaking brute Pokeball out, and then he spawns, and then you use it as like a distraction or I don't know, whatever. Yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. In competitive, probably not. That sounds kind of trolly, but who knows? Would a pro ever choose to shoot the ground or wall just using a normal? So what might happen down the line is there might be meta areas where it makes sense to shoot the wall to get early kills for targets that aren't in view, right? So like if you think of the pit, sometimes in pro play, it would make sense to shoot the wall in the pit to go for like a hopeful bank shot. Or in Guardian, if you're in Guardian, you're sitting in gold, top gold, and you're looking at S1, you know how you can shoot the floor through bottom mid and bank up and get a headshot on somebody S1 in Guardian in Halo 3? Something like that, where you have to find an area of a map where the geometry like allows for that opportunity. So like it could be maybe you get somebody weak and he's running away and you see a bank shot opportunity because you have no angle, or a certain hallway where you know bank shots have a high likelihood of hitting, where it might become like a meta to go for it. But, you know, gameplay is much faster in Infinite. The maps are larger. You got more maneuverability and whatnot, so it might be harder to line it up. Who knows? But the random, like, lucky bank, that could happen, and that might be sick, right? Like, somebody who whiffs a snipe, and it, like, banks and it kills somebody else, or hits a teammate, or who knows, bro? Like, just some chaos. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of RNG in that, like, that type of RNG is fun, I think, personally, you know? If it's not too much, you know, like if it's not hurting too many Spartans, every once in a while you get a lucky kill or an unlucky situation. Adds to the excitement of the sport, you know. Halo 3 Last Hole is the hardest challenge. Okay. Chance based, so one poke roll. Oh, yeah, maybe. With the ability, right? You like throw basically like a Pokeball and you can get a hunter. Sure, in social play, maybe. That's just Swift 3-0. Complexity's still struggling, man. They're really still struggling. SSG up 2-0 in their scrim. We're going to do a quick move over to... Let's go Legend POV because it looks like SR's game is done.
Okay. Posters, watch your ledges. Then return, Rick. Watch your return. Yeah. I'm blocking Trim.
Is it 2-0 FaZe or SR FaZe?
Matches, one guy. Matches, 2 shots. Matches, 1 shot. Back. Loop on me. Loop quick. Shot loop dead.
Maybe I could make a new YouTube graphic for the YouTube crowd because we've got 3 high-tier scrims.
Maybe try with... Nice, we got a cap, we got a cap.
2 guys in blue, 2 guys powder, and 1 back turn.
I tap in. And rep, what's our weak? One in blue. Dip weak. Buff weak, dip. 1 shot.
Cherish definitely better than Manny. So I don't think Manny's removal from TSM was based on him as a player. You know, like I don't think that his individual ability was the reason that they got rid of him. I think the team just underperformed and they decided they wanted to make a change, so they took a chemistry pick. You know what I mean? Like between Manny and Cherish, I don't know who's better. I don't think Cherish was a problem on the team. I just think that they might feel better from a chemistry standpoint working with Manny because they have a lot of experience working with Manny. And getting top 12 might have just been like the dagger that you know made them want to change something. So I don't know the details.
Watch out.
Cherish appears to be a good player. He didn't lag behind statistically. I looked at the lane stats. Like he did his part. But I don't know what the internal conversations are like with these teams, you know, and like chemistry matters.
Is this? Oh, you turn, Rick, you turn to like.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Loop
Rick. Rick soda.
Is there? Oh, there's LG and C9. Fuck, bro, there's 4 different matchups happening right now that we have POVs for. Holy. Who are we watching? Yeah, sorry. This is Legends POV on Optic. We watched Last Shot to start, and then we went to Formal, and then we went to Snakebite on SSG, and then Optic was back in the game, so we're on Legend now. This is game 4, TSM, Legends POV, Optic versus TSM. It's overwhelmingly good today. Michael, how you doing, man? Where you have all the skulls on? I know what Lasso is. Yeah, I know what it is. Any thoughts on making Elite's Brutes fully playable across modes, including rank? Sure, yeah. I mean, this stuff is all cool. As a competitive-focused player, it's not stuff that I think about or like care too deeply about. So I'm not gonna. Maybe a different time we can talk about it, if that's okay, Ryder. Focusing on the Halo scrims here. 2-1. Optic already set up for this hill as well. Gonna cut their losses. How we doing, Abdal? 2 dead. Soul Snipe with a trade on Renegade and Flowers. Could be cafe spawns if they don't push it very hard, but making sure they block loop is important here. If they did flip the spawn, they're going to come out through Snipe and posters and Legends in position to defend that. Including range is an absolute no. Is that about what he said, huh? Good cleanup. Renegade drops to Drug. Drug doing damage to Scrim, man. Finding openings. Creates one for Talik as well. As they drop Optic, they'll flip the setup. Camo in play in 3 seconds here, too. Optic losing the team fight. That's a good trade at a bound. Nicely done. Legend going to even the odds here. I like the idea at a Legend to play in front of Camo defensively, so Renegade's got an opportunity to pick it up. He comes out with 2 kills and then dies to Druck. Once again, it's Druck shutting it down. But that's all 4 for TSM. Cafe spawns get... Wait, it can't be Cafe. They got to be spawning Yard or flipping Sniper. The rest will flip Sniper. Yeah. He's going to come back to Cafe to guarantee the S1 spawn. I like this. He's playing deep in blue to cut him off. The way that he's sitting, I think he's trying to get a sightline on the window and the back of Cafe simultaneously, so he knows which one to isolate when it comes up. But his reticle was in place to have like a reaction advantage. Timmy, how you doing, by the way, man? It was cool to see you get a shout out in the Halo update, man. For the Forge, sorry, for the firefight mode. It's pretty dope, Timmy. The map looked pretty cool. Kind of like live fire. I'm your Halo HCS roster source. It's collect on a team. I think he's figuring it out, but he doesn't have anything locked in right now. Leave. Scrim for TSM. Yeah. Honestly, new TSM with Manny have not been looking as good as they did with Cherished. Just off of what I've seen so far. But it's very early, right? Their matchups aren't exactly easy either. They played SR and they're playing Optic now. And I feel like SR and Optic are just getting better and better. Now that they're finally locking in their chemistry, like Optic have been getting better at their bad maps, right? Like their consistency on recharge is looking better. Fortress Bomb maybe still a weak point, but they won that in their last scrim. I think Bomb in general is something to work on, but... He didn't even... That's the difficult thing about being a team that's not in the top like 4 is if you don't change, you get more time to build chemistry and continue to improve, and then other teams that do change are now behind playing catch up. To pick up Mortally still at FA for tomorrow. Maybe.
Bottom mid really strong. Silo weak.
Who else?
Top mid.
I don't know what's going on with. Is Jackson on the new? Is Jackson staying on LG? Is that what's happening? Piggy, Jackson, Ezo, and Descendant might be LG. We'll find out actually in a second because Boo Boo's playing against them right now, so that's probably what LG is. See, I'll do a 2-person change. I hope it works. Yeah, why they removed both Precision and Huss, I'm not sure about. Versus keeping Precision and picking up somebody else.
Yeah, just trap them now. Don't move. I'm coming again.
Yeah, so Precision and Huss are on the market now. So maybe, I don't know if there's an opportunity for somebody like Collect to align himself with those players and Mortally. Precision, Huss, Collect, and Mortally are floating right now, as far as I'm aware. Obviously streaming with the title LG, obviously. Wait, but he was already on LG. Took away playing as they took away playing as only. I don't think they took it away as much as they didn't add it to the next Halo game. No. Trippy POV on FaZe in their matchup, which is currently 1-1 versus SR. Precision is playing with Descendant right now. On what? On the L with Piggy? What's that team? C9 Scrim. All right, we got to get some intel on the C9 Scrim. Precision might have bumped somebody. Is obviously not playing with Complexity right now. He's just, his stream title is LG obviously, but he's playing with Complexity because it's not locked in that he's on Complexity yet. Ander, it's been a while, Ander. I know who this is. How you doing, brother? Yeah, Boo Boo streaming, and apparently obviously is too. C9 versus new LG. Right. Haven't really had a chance to keep tabs on it all. Tab control here, SR, right? Uphill battle for Trippy. His team is dead in front of him, too, so he's got to wait. They don't have a lot of time to wrap the map and break the setup here, too. And SR already putting pressure on him, right? Getting involved in their long haul. Making them think twice about pushing on the map to begin with, but they do win their fights somehow. Cycle drops to his sticky thanks to Penguin. They'll break A here. Good angle awareness on Trippy to complement Suppress, but taking max damage from Royal 2 across the map. He just got outplayed. Trippy in the long-range fight got completely outplayed by R2. People just sign contracts to slave away for a measly amount of money. Wait, a measly. Beasley? And I won't be one of those people. Okay. Hey, man, you got to stick to your morals. I have no idea what it's like on your side, so I'm just going to say more power to you, man. And I hope you find a good team. Probably jump back to LG. He was running LG store. I don't know. We'll see. Because is he not playing with Complexity right now? Somehow FaZe come out and steal that capture. That's good looks out of FaZe. They were about to lose that hill. They somehow break the setup, flip it. We need 250 more likes this instant. Hell yeah. Let's get it. Piggy Action, Descendant, Precision versus C9. Low-key, pretty stacked sounding team. That sounds interesting. Where's Ezo then? Ezo's not on the team anymore. What the hell? Piggy, Jackson, Descendant, Precision. So they're just kind of, I don't know. We're in some sort of, it's like musical chairs over there, bro. They're just trying different things out. SR tripped in that hill. Yeah, I mean, maybe they thought that they had it guaranteed, so they started pushing out the map and then paid the price, right? Back silo important for this one. Trippy spawning gold, looking for the A spawners, but looks like they've already pushed up or doesn't have the timing. Here to support Falcated. Good bank nade into the fight. Last shot now dead. Frosty with a trade. Royal 2 with a kill. Disadvantage here for FaZe, but out of this positioning, Trippy might have a cleanup. Nice execution on Cycle. Penguin also drops Frosty. Damn, he sort of whiffed his jump. I'm not sure if he meant to go into the sneaky, right? So he could get out of that fight with Royal 2. Royal 2 shuts him down once again. Just not for $150 a month? Wait, 1700's George Washington money? Wait, no way, it's $150 a month. $150 a month is nuts, bro. No way. That barely covers. That doesn't even cover your food. That's why we full clear. Holy cow, FaZe. Yeah, SR still bringing it back, though. Uphill battle now for FaZe. They're spawning in A. They don't want to be here. Don't want to spend too much time fighting a gold, so you can join Suppressed in the push towards Silo. Good cleanup, right? He doesn't linger. He gets to back Silo, and now it's nearly impossible for them to get the hill safely if Trippy and team are lingering in this area of the map. Cool. They're going to play for time. They kind of have no choice but to play for time in this situation, but the issue with this is if SR do win the setup and collapse, then it's a tie. We go OT, right? One break in the setup and we're going OT likely. You're not missing a 0. Maybe it got raised. I hope it got raised. 150 a month is not even a paycheck. What is that? 150. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, there you go, right? So one break, they get a quick cap. We're in OT now. Anyone who caps this next hill wins this game. The timer will make it, you know, surely so. Jumping on an OF? That was all it took, right? A Halo contract not working out? All right, OnlyFans it is, bro. Time for the backup plan. How we doing, RD? Welcome, welcome. What's the new Halo update? We've got, you can get new skins for several weapons that don't normally have skins. So, the shock rifle's going to have skins now. The heat wave and the needler. There's a new weapon model for the sidekick. There's new armor. The armor is remade from Halo 4 and other classic Halo games or something like that. Like, there's the FOTUS, like, freaking unicorn thing. The FOTUS armor is back. Armor looks pretty cool. Star in the kill feed when you get a perfect. So people know that you got a perfect. Ricochet sniper bullets. Bullets bank off walls and floors now. So you can hit a bank shot kill with a sniper. You get a medal for it. What am I missing? There's a new firefight mode. That's like a linear progression style mode. Like kind of like campaign where you go through an environment. You got to win that area. And then you press on to the next one to complete like objectives basically. But in firefight style. 2 new campaign maps in linear firefight. Yeah. Thanks to Timmy. Timmy, who's your other forger that made it with you? But Timmy was a huge part of the new Firefight edition coming out on May 6th. And there's something else I'm missing. The Mutilator shotgun. There's a new weapon. But it's not going to be in competitive, that's for sure. There's a game mode coming to support the Mutilator shotgun. It's like some sort of Juggernaut mode where everybody has Mutilators or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how it works. New shotgun is like pretty OP looking. This is going to be GG's, man. SR about to capitalize on the hill. They got no... Oh, 2 dead. Last second break out of FaZe, and they can flip the spawns here, too. 1 alive, in back silo. Do not die to this. They clean it up. That's a full 4 dead with no trades. Get some gold positioning here if they can. If they can quickly lock out gold. I'm not sure what the intention is, right? They want an A spawn. If they can take gold, they can guarantee A and stop them on their route through pipes. SR slow playing this, though, right? They know they got 1 good push. If they push this correctly and don't fail, then... it's their guaranteed win. Can FaZe shut this down? They're in the hill. Huge kill on row 2. They're going to dive in again. He's got to go. He's got to go. Last shot dead here. It's up to Trippy. He can't make it. His team, bro. His team lost their fights. I'm not sure. It's crazy how this shit goes down to like a knife's edge, right? Like it's so freaking close at the end of that. Good attempt at a FaZe, but maybe even better like endurance, like kind of ice factor out of SR to correctly capitalize, right? To break the hill and get the step in. We're at the tail end of a Slayer here on Snakebite's POV. It's 40-40 versus Obviously in team. So this is the... so Obviously is playing with Complexity still, right? Obviously cherished Sparty Mental, new Complexity. Cousin Tim. 2 Tims too many. 43-42. Deletes, obviously. Light work, thanks to PJ.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Good patience at SR. Yeah, that's it. Right? They didn't just, like, spearhead the hill right away. They got spacing, and they timed their approach very carefully. Guarantee they don't give up anything for free. Crazy collapse into tower, right? Jumping over that opponent's head there. Comes back and gets the kill. They'll win the collapse. Maybe not, right? They're trading left and right. It's 46 all. Shot control here on C plat. Snakebite doing what he can to reveal the location to SG so they can clean it up. Lucid looking for it. In the shroud he goes, right? Eco pinching out through long haul. No space on board for complexity. They're in trouble, bro. Dropping 2, 3, 49, 47. 1 alive and he's in gold. His location's revealed. He's got to run. This guy's got to dip. He's going to die. Even lingering in gold is a guaranteed death there. Yeah. He sort of has no choice but to like run through pipes and try to link up with his team spawning an A or something like that. SSG come out with another. That was a close one, though. I think that's a 3-0 for SSG. What's the SR score? Do we know? I'm going to say it's 3-0, bro. Formals POV. Second round of Oddball Streets, and then I'm going to add...
I'm not trying that again.
Formal got deleted.
E-team.
RB steps on me. Steps 3.
Nice, dude.
RB steps.
Do that, let's go ball.
Let's go ball.
I'm gonna block C for this game. I'm gonna spawn right, okay?
Nice, well done.
Let's go spawn right,
Because he's not online.
I'm watching driveway.
Yeah, I can maybe shots on.
You guys arcade.
I'm looking rail. Rail, one shot, Mikey.
I'm
One shot, be pillage, Mikey. You guys be pillage, I'm watching laundry.
Chad, do you want another street
Alright,
style?
laundry
I'm
behind
down.
in the smoke behind ATM.
You want shot?
Rail,
They
the tires,
won't
like
even
Agent,
use the
dummy,
Bulldog
agent,
with how
What tires
shit
too?
it is currently. They're definitely not allowing other forms of
tires,
shotgun.
tell
Yeah,
them.
for sure. I think the biggest thing to consider is the availability of the weapon.
I'll go
So,
ball.
like, if the Mutilator was available similar to the way that a shotgun, or sorry, that a rocket launcher was, it might be viable. So it just has to be, like, it has to spawn, like, once every 3 minutes and be super... I don't know. You'd also want there to be a risk to using it, right? Like, as powerful as the rockets are, you can kill yourself or you can full whiff, and that's, like, you know?
Put him in. Yeah, laundry.
You got a lot of responsibility with it.
Walk him in. Drop. Laundry 1, nice. Purple 3. Arcade 2.
5-0 OGTSM, SSG vs COL is 5-0, bro. They are making light work of these teams. Holy, even FaZe having trouble with theirs as well. Wait, oops, 3.
Nice, back there. I'm watching every cross.
31-8 here.
Ivy. Tell it.
40 minutes, then I look up all top 4 teams are scrimming. Bro, we got 4 matchups happening simultaneously right now, Hoy. So lock in. How you doing?
Ivy, tell it.
Snakebite the King Cobra? Sure. Why did C9 change? Didn't they do pretty well? Yeah, they got top 6 at Arlington. I think they changed because TSM wanted Manny, I guess, and Manny decided to link up with his boys, leaving an opening on the roster, so Lethal took the opening. Just completely wiped out TSM, by the way. They're having trouble with this,
I'm just gonna sit like fucking laundry.
with their new addition right now.
Okay.
Camo control, 50 seconds and counting. Legend on the right side. Almost teammate on the left side, covering the whole map.
Play stop, okay?
One walk that B-subs?
Yeah, B-subs.
Truck somehow wins the fight.
Bottom me.
Truck's been doing the most damage individually right now, it seems like.
Flanking you purple. And one, never mind.
Still gotta find Drug here.
That's him.
That's him, yeah. There we go.
Tires, big, tell him twice.
Tolik's last up, spawners in C.
Two going left, guys.
Yeah. They could continue to come up driveway if Tolik lived there.
One's rail. There's 3 left. 3 left. Agent, one shot.
3 shots speedy. And agent's down.
Good.
Kill that guy, Joe.
You have damage.
Numbers advantage TSM. They got to set up for ones here. Can they hold the ball? Almost gets the kill. That would have been nasty at a bound. Can he trade this? No trade at a bound. Good shutdown from Drug. Haven't been paying too much attention to scrims this week, or SSG finally starting to click?
Yeah, on try to be Talik.
I don't know.
One shot.
At the moment, SSG don't look any better than they've looked coming out of Arlington. That's my impression of them so far. But they also haven't been tested by a top team in a while. So they need to play FaZe, Optic, or SR for me to truly know how they're doing. But they've been showing signs of weakness on teams that they shouldn't be showing weakness to, like Gen G.
More rail, tires, plants.
Click is a strong word. Yeah, I would say they're not playing.
I have a cam. Once we start playing mid, one tires, one shot. You steps to mid.
That we want them to just yet.
Drug, mid.
PD.
Obviously, he was on for some time today. Yeah.
One's rail. Talik, wait, guys.
I didn't see him right now, though.
You try rail, Talik. Let's go red.
They got to scrim some top teams. They will. It'll happen. Don't worry.
He's from B.
Respawn C.
Just like they did towards the end before Arlington scrimming Optic like 2 or 3 times. I'd like to see that again. There you go. I mean, completely wiped them out, bro. Completely wiped them out.
Yeah.
What is happening here? Hold on. This is struck. I'm gonna mute that. Last shot POV SR versus FaZe. Also playing live fire, or sorry, Streets Ball. It's now 6-0 in OG versus TSM. Utter domination. How much I weigh? Between like 190 and 200, around there. It fluctuates. Hey, thank you, Sheet. Easy money. 2 dead. Snaps onto Falcated immediately. Backs him up. Should be ball time for SR if they can rotate the ball out. You'd think off their advantage they'd have the opportunity to. Gotta avoid some nades in the process here. Rocking a plain white tee. Yeah, we're gonna change it up though. I got my white sweater I'm gonna wear a little bit later. The black t-shirt and I got like a beige pants. I don't know. Pretty simple look tonight. Update resolution? I thought I did. Last shot doesn't really play on... He plays on 720, bro. He's got some issues with his internet that limit what he's able to showcase for us, basically. So he literally plays on 720. Voice critical uniform. Plain white tee. Ooh, almost slipped with that. It's looking pretty clean and clear for SR here at this point too, right? You're hoping FaZe would give us some contention, but as the scrim goes on, SR continue to show that they're a cut above. Clean him up here. Last remaining member of FaZe. Penguin deleted. All time once again. Less than 20 seconds. Maybe a final push here for FaZe, but unlikely at this point. It's probably around. You can see SR pushing forward now to get aggressive on their spawns as we close on to the end of the round here. Whether or not they trade their lives, 5 more seconds is guaranteed. Oops. And nobody owns the play white tee? Yeah, I mean, you got to have a few plain white tees in your arsenal, right? You can't just skip on the classics. Still calling them better, huh? Even the plain white tee is going to be expensive now? Yeah, I mean, also depending on where you get the t-shirt, it could be very expensive. Yeah, man. Everything's expensive. I think that's an SR camo. Cycle dies, though. He gets stuck by Falcated. Might be a burn camo. Comes out with Trippy here instead. Surprise was milking for a while. He finally dies. Saw an update from Microsoft. $80 games now? You're saying $80 USD, right? If that's the case, then it's $100 Canadian at least, bro, which is pretty crazy. Because, yeah, games in Canada have been $79.99 for a while. If anything, like $84.99 or more because they're always trying to upsell. So it's probably at least $99.99 for a game in Canada. Best team right now is SR. Best team at Scrim, statistically, is SR. But the #1 team in the league is Optic right now, based off winning Arlington. $80 USD is like 115 Canadian. So what? It's gonna be like 110.99, something like that, or one. Bro, that sounds so crazy, Jay. Best on gameplay. I mean, look, it's a coin flip. It's been a coin flip the entire season. So I don't know. I can't tell you that SR have the best gameplay when you see Optic do the same stuff, right? It's like it's a coin flip. Blondie. Speaking of which, how you doing, Blondie? Welcome. Tariffs on digital content? Yeah, bro. I don't know. We're in a weird sim right now. I'm not gonna lie. Just trying to take it day by day. Two dead. Yeah, bro. The quality is like as low as can be, right? Even just reading the kill feed on Last Shot's POV, it's a shame. We gotta get this guy some good internet. Yeah, it depends on what version of the team you get that day. That's literally all it is, like, at this point. Both teams are incredible. Who's going to rise to the occasion when the pressure's on? What are we looking at? Somebody's corner camming. Bro, too deep in that corner, coming out with a trade. Yeah, no, it didn't come out. It's tomorrow. Or sorry, it's the 6th of May, Astronaut. So next Tuesday is the new update. We got a Mutilator shotgun. We've got skins for new weapons. We've got Star in the kill feed, Sniper ricochet bullets, a bunch of stuff like that. Firefight game mode. Probably a rank reset. Probably a rank reset if you're playing ranked. Pinch coming in from FaZe here. He's got the death cam on all three of them. Good wipe down from Penguin. Last Shot spawning completely alone. Gonna wait for it. Yeah, he's got a teammate on B stairs. They could work with Frosty. Checks his corners as he flies through. Frosty with a pinch or two. Is DreamHack a major? No, it's not. But it's gonna operate like one format-wise, I believe. So it'll be hype. Just a smaller prize pool. 150,000. Time zone, Eastern. It is 5:19 p.m. right now. I would assume the rank reset happens on Tuesday, but I don't know. I didn't get a confirmation on that. Usually when a new update comes to the game, the rank resets like every season, and this is, I guess, the summer season or whatever now. Damn, you're at 1466. Gotta hurry up. I mean, whatever you're at, don't you think you would rank? Or I guess your starting rank might be different. It's pretty limited, the update. If you're into there's a new shotgun that's coming that's kind of cool, the Mutilator. If you're a competitive fan, it's pretty limited. I was hoping they'd add, like, maps to ranked or something. I don't know. Maybe they will still down the line. A champ rank would be nice, too. We've been waiting for that for a long time. You clean up ball control opportunity for SR. Cycle was suppressed. Yeah, they're working on ASIM maps right now. Or they're testing them. But not dev maps, Forge maps. Falcated with the first peg. Cleanup opportunity for Last Shot. He trades it. Honestly, good trade for Trippy. Last Shot had the advantage in that fight. And FaZe win the fight. They're going to flip the setup here. Minute 30 on the clock. Points advantage to FaZe. Giving SR some trouble. Good escape out of Last Shot, right? He couldn't really go anywhere, but back to C in this situation. Ranger, what's up? Rank's usually more competitive. Soon after the reset, the players who play most and best will be first to get into it. Yeah, try to be early. If you want to get a high rank next season, you definitely want to try to be early to the grind. But even so, the system's going to put you where it wants to, you know? Based on your past. Nice round. FaZe. Wow, FaZe coming back. All right, good to see. We got some contention. They give an update on when the new team skins are coming out. No, they didn't. I think it's coming in the summer. You guys like this? I think I'm going to change the YouTube title here. OG versus who?
Enemy has the ball. Tango's closing my sights. Ball dropped.
Perfect. SR's best is better than Optic at their best? I don't know. Optic at their best played better than SR on Sunday, and when SR plays at their best, I don't know, maybe on the Kson, it's a coin flip, bro. It's a weird semantics conversation that we're arguing at this point, you know? It's like, I see these teams trading blows this year, basically. We'll see, you know? Can SR rise to the occasion on Champ Sunday and Grand Finals where it matters? Because they didn't, right? Like, a big part of being the best means having the confidence and the ice. You gotta have that win factor. It doesn't matter how good you look in the lead up to the tournament if you don't, showcase that you're the best team at the tournament. So, hopefully they're locked in. And, yeah, something about being in the lower bracket I think also helps with momentum, right? It helped with SR at the Kson LAN, and I think it helped Optic be in their best state coming into Grand Finals. They got to play more matches. So they sort of revved up, as they made it through the lower bracket. I don't know if there's any... you can't choose to lose, Like, who would strategically lose and put themselves at a deficit? It wouldn't happen, so... It is what it is. Momentum is a powerful thing, yeah. I don't think our Optic wins Arlington if they lose pool play. Maybe. I don't know. Losers helped Old FaZe with their Worlds comeback? Sure. Or SSG did the same thing. They lost in, they were in lower bracket round 1, and they made the comeback on Optic. And then 4-0'd them in the bracket reset at SLC 24, right? Playing more LAN. Exactly, you're a new team and you get more LAN reps. You're building chemistry. You also go through the trial by fire. You have like Nemesis bring you to game 3 at a 2-0 and then 3-0 reverse sweep them. So a lot of circumstances happened that like built the confidence of Optic. They knew they were going to win coming into that series, kind of. Good for the mentality. But, whether or not that happens is pure chance. Like, maybe it'll happen to SR. Maybe not. At Dallas. Doesn't really matter what the circumstances are. You just got to somehow bring your A game when it matters, right? Comes down to maps. That's part of it too, Hayden, for sure. But, like, I think a good indication that Optic was the better team on Sunday was them beating SR definitively on their good maps. Like, obviously they got beat in Fortress Bomb, but Slayer Origin, like, it was, confidently in Optic's favor. So when they won Slayer Origin the way that they did, or even Livefire, like, Strongholds, they typically lose Strongholds to SR and Scrims. Recharge especially, but Livefire also. So, they were winning on maps where, statistically they've been losing. And that was an indication to me that they've come in better today, What was that, rotate by FaZe? Good question. Clearly didn't work out. 53-27. Light work out of Penguin. Doesn't quite get out, though. Nice cleanup out of Suppress. Suppress with a few seconds of ball time. He's got a death cam for Royal 2 as that player makes his way up P Street. Royal 2 was ready for it. Finds the 3-shot beatdown. Good patient play. And a mat. Pretty on Trippy. Cleaned up by Cycle. Make it 2. And with that numbers advantage, he can get the ball into back A. Well, Last Shot plays off the bait, right? He's ready to drop that ball and fight anything that comes out to Cafe. While Last Shot watches the angle. Doesn't see the push, so he joins the left side instead. No one's besides SR OG is winning this year, it seems like. At the moment, it does seem like the top 2 are a cut above. Yeah. I mean, even this scrim with FaZe, right? Like, FaZe look like they have the best chance of doing damage, but they're getting shut down. It is at least 3-0. It might be 4-0. This game is looking about done. He almost hit that sticky, right? Slides back in while one shot. Little look away stick. Doesn't connect. 84 points now, though. Comfortable spot to be in if you're SR. What happened with Lori and her org? Are you up to speed? I saw Halo Court was in session with Judge APG. Judge APG sounds more well equipped to handle the circumstances than me, Trek. But I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like Luminon Gaming is winning the argument right now. That's what it looks like. They showed receipts of you know, a bunch of purchases for like dinners and stuff that had nothing to do with the competition, making it look like,
I'm safe. I'm safe.
I'm going
you know, those players
Back,
maybe
back, back,
were
Back flag left
taking
side, back flag left side,
advantage
one. Back up, flag left side.
a little bit, but I don't know.
Flag,
No,
flag,
TSM.
flag, one shot.
You're not through. Let's go.
Let's go, flag, let's go.
I still win at a
Please
SR.
Captain.
You said at least 4-0, and this game's done too. OG making light work at TSM. What is it, like
I don't know how you
8-0?
guys thought that
I'm
one
going to
flag
say it's
was
just 8-0, but I
No.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what Severy did. Severy issues.
We're going to go back and check it real quick.
I have no idea how you stopped that, bro.
Complexity cannot win a game even on SSG.
Huh?
TSM do look worse right now, in my opinion, but it's still early. But unfortunately, they do look like worse with Manny at the moment. Was it even necessary, right? It's like, why make the switch? I get that they had a bad land, but C9 was looking good with Manny. It's a little bit odd, and at the moment it's not paying off, but hopefully it makes sense to us come, you know, Dallas. We've got a few weeks out. Moon was one of the few players that matched up well against Lucid. Yeah, maybe Nemesis have a good shot at, like, they're the only team that's beaten the top two. One of the top two. They've taken a series off Optic, right? So we're focused on FaZe and SSG, hopefully finding, you know, putting a dent in these guys, but maybe Nemesis can be the team to do it. FaZe still 3-0'd. His brightness is up there, yeah. FaZe still 3-0'd Nemesis, though, remember. This is Snakebite planting the flag in for SSG as they lead 2-1. First Complexity. Think there's anything SSG could have done to keep Bound and Legend? Yeah, I think if the org decided to not listen to the players, I guess, and not release them, like it probably wouldn't go well in the org. Because basically Stellar and Eco, I think, decided they didn't want to team with them anymore after they found out that Bound and Legend wanted to go to Optic. So it was more like the org didn't want to part with the players, but the players wanted to split. So it's hard to, you know, it's hard to not let that happen. Let's get to 64K subs. Hey man, that would be a freaking dub if we can do it. We're getting close. We're at 63,760 something right now. If you guys can help me get to 7,000 or 63,800, if we can get like 40 subs, if you guys are watching, 360 of you, that'd be dope. All you gotta do is press the button. Clean run at a PJ. Bound and Legend wanted out, exactly, yeah. And Stellar and Eco don't want to play with those guys if that's how they're gonna be. It's just looking pretty comfy for SSG as well, huh? Cherish with some defense here. Nice combo you set at PJ. Keeps his distance, avoiding the beatdown from Obviously here too. He might be revealed. I don't think he is. Maybe not. I don't know. Sparty pre-nading, it seems to know. He still dies though. PJ looking to pause for the kill. Holy shit, what a combo. Great live, right? So patient with the way he plays it. And then gets a perfy on Sparty. Such a slick combo in a car. He's now blocking back blue. There's one player in util, but he's got a timing to get, yeah, the flag out through car 1. Spawner's in fridge now. And this is a clean route. He's got coverage on P2, so he can come through the courtyard without getting shot in the back right away, though he is in trouble. Beautiful run at a snake bite. Right, perfect. Still going to get shut down by Sparty last second. Last ditch effort at a Complexity is not going to go through. That's SSG with another win.
Victory.
Formal POV, Strongholds, live fire.
Hey, wait, back you.
The star for the perfects is on May 6th.
One pot. Duck weak.
I should move it different. You look pretty. That was a gross final life out of Snakebite, man.
Nice shot.
Nice, good shit, good shit.
Do they have camo?
Let's
No,
two green, let's two
okay,
green, let's two
okay.
green. Let's two green. We can go see.
Yeah, bro, we lost 7 subs. Chat, can we get back to 23 hundo?
Alright, I'm trying to go time
7 subs away. Who's down to get a hype train going?
Just training me.
Up one here. Bottom mid.
Still love it.
Good, good.
Elbow again.
Optic at a disadvantage
Yeah,
to TSM off the
one,
opening here, eh? 100 to 12.
All dead.
Whatever. I'll get you
I
cap
can
this.
see good. I can see, yeah.
Gonna watch SR?
Okay.
We watched a few games. We're going back and forth between
Back
series.
A on the pillar. Back A. Okay.
We just finished
Back
oddball,
A, bro.
odd lash shots POV.
What's one over?
Went from that to
Two
snake
big door
bite
coming out.
to-
Two big door coming out. Nate, if you have one.
Two guys.
There's 3 guys B. Three guys B. I'm from pillar.
Can I go? We can go.
Wanna go ahead? Okay.
A plat on me. A plat.
He's in the tube.
No way it's happening. 6 gifted?
That is just
Damn good Halo. The 5 out of Aaron. Aaron with the 5 gifted. Total is 6 in the channel. Love to see it, Aaron Rose. Thank you so much, brother.
Hey, pot.
Sheezel, Tuv, Sixer, Unwise, Purgatory,
Okay, pot. Kill the guy white. Can we kill the guy white?
and
Fuck.
Mace, I think. Welcome to the way.
Hey, pot,
Aaron,
pot,
W.
Nice.
Let's go. Go to Aaron. Thank you so much, man. Let's get it. We're
Back
2
here,
away.
back here.
2 away from 23 hundo. We lose them as we go because subs are elapsing, but it means a lot. It means a lot. Man. Thank you, Aaron.
He's gonna be there, he's gonna be there.
Hey, pot.
the first sub of the day,
Back
actually.
here. Nice, back here. And pillars too.
Shut the like.
One's a pot too.
MB,
Back in,
one.
one shot.
One
One shot back in. Training, one shot.
Deleted by 4B. Nice 5.
One training, one's back here.
Working off Renegade with the rotate here.
Training weak Talik.
Damage on a Talik. Talik shuts it down. 2v1 here. Drop with a sniper coming out with Renegade.
Training one's one. Talik.
I'll do what he can to pick up off his damage.
Nice
Nice cleanup on Talik.
Two truck.
Let's stay plat.
Great break from Bound. He doesn't get the second though. Druck, once again, living.
2 back green, 1 shot.
Soul Snipe with a double.
Back green.
Tetsuo, thank you for the follow. Huge shutdown and plays at a
go,
Druck
whenever
there,
that-
living up
what's
a back
back
B,
in?
long enough for
Pauses?
Soul
Two-
Snipe to
two
join
weeks,
him,
two
guarantee
weeks.
the picks. They got an advantage stay once again.
Come on.
Optic having the most trouble with this game they've had all Scrim. Huge deficit. This will be a hell of a regain if they can start to get momentum.
John came up.
A pot truck on the pistol.
100 Bound with 2.
He's going right. He went B, man. Look. Push, Sean, push. One shot, bottom.
Before it gets loud.
3, can you cap A? Can you cap A?
Bottom, nice, one shot.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to cap A with camo, so he can do something meaningful with it in center map, but they're losing time and they could be straight capping A.
Yo, training, now hit him once, Manny. White wall two, Talik.
That's rich.
Dude,
Wow.
spotting every time. A
Rush
pot,
shuts it down,
Talik.
too.
One shot, that's rich and A.
What's that Vestige Carbine? What is that?
So annoying.
That's
dude.
something else. It's not on the... Do we have a Carbine coming to the game? Because I'm so hyped for that, if so. A Precision Carbine would be sick.
1 shot elbow, 1 shot tires.
Big dot.
Yeah, we can have. A pot flat, scamming A pot flat.
It's just looking grim for Optic. TSM running the map right
Nice
now.
weak, soul slam, top tire.
One map that they played
Look at the power,
extremely
look at
well
the
as KCP was this one, right? Their Strongholds
enemy too.
gameplay as KCP, the 4 of them.
Metallic.
They were really good at this
Cuts
map.
hit him once.
I think they're starting to show once again what
Nice.
they used to put together with the BR meta.
Go B. They're gonna have snipe, but just come in.
Is there any
Full time.
intel on
In
that
the back,
carbine?
full time.
Precision carbine should have been in the game. I know,
Nice,
but
man. We can
look,
have.
that's a given.
I'm getting shot in.
But here's where we are. We don't have it.
Dice,
If
yeah,
we
dice,
could
yeah.
get it, that would be hype though.
Drop
because
mud. Green.
That would go straight into competitive. It'd be on the
I
walls.
got you.
Pros would be happy to use that. You know.
Fudge, help him.
It's 3B. Once they play it, sniping and...
So scammy, man. Training.
They're gonna lose
Talik.
this game at this rate, bro. Formal just got wrecked by team shots.
Yeah.
They have to talk about this game. 226 and count. El
Come in, one shot, soul slam, in the vent.
El
Truck
Dente,
guys, dropping on you, John.
Linguini, I think. Thank you, brother. Welcome.
I'm going to be. I couldn't drop weak.
Big baby.
A pot also, Manny, 1 shot.
One shot.
Shot back, big drop. More pot.
What a cleanup!
I'm getting
Disgusting cleanup out of Formal. Is that enough to create an opening though? Legend finds Soul Snipe. Renegade alone in A. Looking for a win. He finds it as well. Optic advantage state at the finish line of this game.
Look at the camo. Make sure they don't go B. Here. On camo weak truck. Cuts weak truck.
Good flank at a Renegade here. He's going to get shot in the back forward. Jumps into cuts quickly to avoid taking too much damage. Baiting Soul Snipe forward here too. Formal's got a war to fight. Yeah, he's going to get pinched. Trying to work off Bound, who's the only one alive. Big kill, but they're going to death cam him. He has no repulse to use as well. He's in big trouble.
One B, guys, one B.
Okay, the fact that he lived is huge. He has an opportunity to fight B. Pinch coming in from Optic here as well at 237. Formal barely surviving with the camo.
Big door now.
They know where he is, too. Chasing him down. That might be GG's. At 243, going to stop A. Bound, Legend with 2. At 248. 249, they jump in the hill at B. Looking for BC here. Soul Snipe with the kill on Renegade. Formal through center map. Team fight being won by TSM. They saved the hill. Holy. Formal sounded disappointed in that one. 7-0 SSG and OG, but you're saying it's so it's 7. It's actually 7-1 now, right? Optic lost the game to the new TSM. That is dope. What about the SR scrim? What's the SR score? Trippy POV on Fortress. It's only 4-0? What's this one going down to time? We're on CTF at a 2-2 CTF on Fortress here. Anyone's game with 4 minutes on the clock. Definitely the tightest series of them all here. Chrome with 2
right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
My God.
Paladin, Lettuce Milk, welcome to the way. Crone, you go. Thank you, man. 23 hundo on the dot. We're back. Maintain it now. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Crone. You guys are awesome. 23. We hit it yesterday, and then we lost it, and we hit it again. Jersey, what's good, brother? How you doing? We got 4 different matchups happening right now. We're just trying to keep tabs on anything that we can. There's no breaks here. All gas, no breaks, baby. Optic hate cracks you up? Yeah, it happens. Comes with the territory, right? 3 minutes left here. Trippy occupying their tower is going to make it difficult for SR. They got to clear him out to get some sort of an access point to the other side of the map. A full sniper on this elbow, too. Oh, it's bomb, bro. I'm tripping. It's assault. I thought it was CTF. Not the greatest situation right there. He traded. I'm not sure he played the snipe off the map, so that might be accessible for SR. Crazy how we're maintaining. Yeah, I think I mean, blessed. I'm very thankful, but there will be a month from now, like a couple days where we lose like 1,250, like something crazy over a span of a couple days, right? So brace yourself. But if we can pop off in May, I'm not going to set the expectations. We're just going to have fun. Bring ultimate passion, right? It's 3-2. That's it right there. FaZe. Despite all the effort, Falcade at 8-21 in that game, bro. Getting shut down. This is a really comfortable map for SR. The fact that it was as close as it was, I think, is a good test for FaZe, but like, still not quite what you want to see. We're gonna go right back to SR in a second because we didn't get to watch much of that.
Top tower, Drake.
Well, they set up the next game.
Yeah, just hold your price.
Thank you, Chrome.
Atledge one shot still.
For me, maintaining over 2,000 would be awesome. That's what I want to try to keep doing, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back.
I saw it. Yeah, we saw it. We'll cause it. Shots is God.
One shot.
He almost got that kill. That was a slick little rotate right there. Didn't hit the head, though. Camo now in play. Optic advantage positioning for the camo here. Formal on top of it. Wins a big fight on Soul Snipe. Bait and switch opportunity with the Legend. He'll die, but good damage. Renegade here. Renegade drops to Talik, and now Legend can't do anything. He's got to back out. That's a camo for TSM. Good use of the Shroud to stay alive. Bound trying to help him, but Optic dropping like flies, bro. Can he cut the tower? He's not going to be able to. Nice try. Getting damaged out back silo before he got his shields back. Kind of canceled his opportunities there. Swap Falcade if it leaves. Nah, Fal's nasty. That was just SR comms. No comms on SR. That's the unfortunate thing. The only scrim POV we have with comms at the moment is Optic.
Tower inbound. Nice.
SSG have the potential to be up there. Yeah, they should, but they haven't shown it. SR and Optic is a coin flip. And FaZe so far have been looking a little bit better than SSG.
Manning, there's 2 guys long.
Should be dead end.
That's 2 hills back to back for Optic here.
Great.
Hey, bottom
This
A,
game
bottom
looking a
A.
little cozier.
Close by.
Forbidden
Close by,
CTF
close by.
about to start. Let's watch a full match of SR FaZe. Anything cool else in the summer update? Weapon skins for the shock rifle is pretty cool. Star in the kill feed, ricocheted sniper bullets. Rank reset, I think, is coming. If you're a competitive player, those are kind of like the main things to care about. New armor coatings, if you like that. There's a new pistol model, like new weapon model stuff, you know, the usual. Firefight game mode. Like a linear progression firefight mode. And a mutilator shotgun. That's about it. It's just about a frame perfect open for SR, I guess, right? Last shot pulling it off. He takes 0 damage as he makes it through underpass here. Accidentally slides on top of the rock there, so he can't hit the G slide, but that's got to be the most effortless looking flag run I've had to see in a, you know, in a CTF at this level. Nobody shot him that whole time. Ricochet sniper, yeah. Star in the kill feed. Perfect, yeah. Not just perfect, but like, I mean, except the very end of it, but nobody shot him. Beautiful stick, almost lives as well. The speed that he pulls that off, he's been doing that a couple times, right? Where he kind of just like whips out with a sprint. Kind of like a jiggle peek, sticky, but walking far enough away from the wall so he doesn't have to worry about, you know, colliding with the wall when he tosses. Prime Twitter lethal when he had to go to WeWork space to scrim. Bro was comedy. What, like a year or two ago when he had to be in an office to scrim, right, Stabby? He's not doing that now, though. Is this the first time FaZe has had a scrim with SR? Since Arlington, it's their first scrim, but not the first time that they've scrimmed. No, but since Arlington, it's the first time they... Oh. Once again, finding a sticky from the grave here, last shot. 2 minutes in, FaZe under pressure. Second flag pulled. Cycle getting involved in the back of the base, creating a distraction for Frosty to get the damage out through window. They got map control here for OS spawning up as well. Beautiful damage on a last shot. No kills, though. Might open things up for the OS. Not sure who has it. I think somebody grabbed it and jumped off with it. Might be a member of SR. You think sticks are too easy now? They're easier in this game than I feel like they were in other Halos. Stickies from the grave are pretty easy. Not all stickies are easy. It's going to be bank shot metal, so a repeat metal. Yeah, it's the bank shot metal that I guess is used for the heat wave already. Understand how an esports pro would ever live somewhere with bad internet? Well, he wasn't an esports pro. What do you mean? Like, he was born and raised where he currently lives, at home with his family. He's 19, you know, he's not exactly like a... I don't know. He just happened to get good at video games while being raised in, like, farm country. So this is where he is. Eventually, if it makes sense, he'll probably move to, like, Texas or something. That was a slick-ass slide out of last shot, though, right? He hit, like, a G-slide off the top of that freaking jump, which is super high up. If you're sliding off a downward ramp like that, you can extend the height that you can slide off of. But yeah, like, if an org was willing to fund his travel, then I'm sure he would, like, move to a location with better internet. But he can't help where he was born. Nah, Hawaii, that's precision. Precision's in Hawaii. Do what you can with what you got. Yeah. Oh, talking about lethal. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I don't know about lethal circumstances. Did he move there? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you'd think he would have more time to figure that out. Okay, Jim. Yeah, I don't know. This one's looking kind of devastating for FaZe, bro. Yeah, watching Frosty's back here. Getting pinched up by 2. Should be a cleanup on foul. Beautiful stick. That'll slow him down, but they have OS control, I think. Cycle. Snipe still down on the floor here. He can go for it off his spawn. Surprise with a pick on Royal 2. Almost forgot about Suppressed on this map and the damage he's done back at Kason. Haven't seen much of him in this game so far. Probably dead to a nade. Oh, he overshot it. Nice. Nice. Big win. Almost gets the trade. The shouldering stuff that they do to make sure they have info on like where the next challenge is without exposing themselves is huge, right? Last shot gets that kill. He reloads and shoulders the jump up. So he knows that guy's coming, closes the gap, gets the kill. He doesn't just like walk out, get deleted. Surprised by the scrim score? Thought it would be somewhat close. Every game has felt relatively close, or almost every game. This one, maybe not so much. Like they played a CTF earlier that went down to time and it was 3-2. That was close. They played an oddball that went 3 rounds on streets. We watched that. This one, on the other hand, is wrapping up. Good wins out of FaZe to get some defense here. Yeah, they come back to clean up the kill. That's a huge kill on last shot. No opportunity to pull that flag. They're going to have to work for it again. 6 minutes now. Game half done. What is FaZe missing? I don't know. At this point, like, you got all the... It looks like you got the most talented collection of players stacked in the top 2 teams. Though I guess I can't really say that about SSG. We know SSG's talented too. And I don't know, man. I really don't know. Could be individual skill. It could just be better chemistry for SR and Optic versus these other teams. I will say, like, on paper, Optic and SR, or at least, like, in as far as, like, accolades, like LAN accolades, Optic has a, you know, clear advantage versus FaZe's roster. Drop eco for Woodham. I don't know. Nady, how you doing, brother? Thank you, man. Welcome. Samantha with biddies. 49. Thank you. What is that?
Extreme Kirby Menso Banana. Extreme Kirby Menso Banana. Extreme Kirby Menso Banana. Extreme Kirby Menso Banana.
Thank you. Now I know what it is. The hell is an extreme Kirby Menso banana, bro? Last shot is like Royal 3. He talks like Royal 2. Yeah, low key.
5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Legend and or sorry, Last Shot and Cycle don't have the accolades yet, but like doesn't seem to matter. Individually, they're looking different. Trades it with foul though. Good work at a foul. Kirby Menso banana. No, that's okay. I'm doing good, Dreamerless. How you doing? Welcome. They reset ranks? Not until Tuesday, I don't think. New season is on Tuesday, the 6th of May. That's the new season. So I would assume if there's a rank reset, that's when it happens. 4 minutes left. Hut control SR. Key to success here, right? They got him in the hut. Spawning on the back of their base. They've already extended out to try to cut off Frosty here, but Frosty's ready for it. Finds Penguin. OS in play. Flag moving while this gets collected. Suppress looking for a stall in the flag, but gonna miss the OS in the process. Dies. The last shot sticky. That should be GG's. With the OS on the body, what do you do? Literally just standing still, not even strafing. My God, bro. The fact that he could just stand still like that and hit every shot off the jiggle peak. El Nini! No freaking way, bro. $20 dono out of El Nini. Get the likes and the donos up. You heard the man. Thank you, Nini. You're freaking goat. Let's go. Thank you for the $20, man. It's going right to date night, okay?
One shot.
I appreciate you, brother.
I'll sponsor.
What a name, bro. Hey, yeah, well, the attempt was nice, right? Like trying to kill Penguin around that pillar.
I'm on the P.
Here you go, Nini. Thank you so much,
I'm on the
man.
jungle.
I can move back.
Like the YouTube if you guys haven't already.
Touch him absolute. Rick quick, Mikey. Nice.
Bro, it's already 5:51. All right, chat, I got to go after this game. I'm sorry. As I said, it's a short day. Even though I know we got so much Halo happening, it's a short day today.
Trims. Untouch. He doesn't touch.
Trippy's chalk. He went offline? No, bro.
Come on, Jack right now.
It's my flank.
One's a P1 weak.
Yeah. RP1. Can we move bomb? RP2. RP2. One shot, dead. Refrigerator many.
Time is flying by, man.
Refrigerator many. The fridge rock weak.
No, star in the kill feed is a
Good.
perfect, but getting a perfect with different weapons is a different. You know what I mean? Like if you
Peter,
get a
Peter, it's funny.
headshot kill with the shock, then that's a perfect, and that will count as a star. Thank you, Glee. We're gonna see how this goes though. Hopefully, it gets locked out quickly.
Guys, we're gonna break. That's fine.
It's going good, Tyree. How you doing?
PT now.
Optic with the first plant. They lost this map yesterday in their scrim.
Don't try Mikey absolute.
Who was it they were playing yesterday?
Dude,
Oh my God.
game sucks. To the fridge.
First C9, they lost this map.
B2, B2.
Shotzi and T2 this game. Skill gap, aim top like H5. It's all teamwork and timing. Sure.
B2. One shot. 2 minutes. Come on, one's a brick.
Shotzi's a freaking savant, you know, generational talent. But to assume that he could come to Infinite this late in the game's life cycle and then be better on Optic than Optic's current roster, I don't know. That's a tall order, you know?
Stream this guy, stream this guy, drug.
There's just a lot of
Don't flag,
game-specific
flag,
knowledge
Two shot the flag, drug.
that these Optic players have at this point.
More of their...
You know, like Shotzi's a natural talent, but like it's been 4 years. He's not grinding.
See the fucking streams. See the back streams.
Would he
B2.
deserve to be on Optic the moment the next Halo
Truck
comes
one,
out?
truck one,
100%.
Truck one.
Watch out, Jen.
He's like a brick.
Morning, Robert. It's going good.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, this is the last game I can watch today, though. I got some evening plans.
We're playing the bomb, man.
So happy I found the stream. See that Halo's still alive and well. Thought the Halo community had disappeared. We got nowhere, bro. I mean, a lot of them have dipped. I'm not gonna lie, but we're still here, man. I'm still passionate. I love this shit.
Peter,
You're shooting first.
Update with the perfect is on Tuesday. On Tuesday in testing. They showed it off today. There was a video showcasing it today
That's just so fucking
from Halo Studios. Formal seems kind of
Oh
checked
my
today.
god. Our stream's one flag.
Little Angie.
Peter again.
Nice defensive play at a legend.
Shoot.
1-1 now, though. It's 7:20.
What's their back to car drop?
PT, what's up?
Low gen.
Thank you, Robert.
Argent.
Yeah, I can't be late.
More top car, mate.
Not gonna be
They're
good
in
fight.
the scan. And when they're the P shoot
We
P2.
scam with
P2 right now.
Cam. That's why he's upset. Because he keeps losing Cam, alright?
P2 guys, P2. P somewhere. P1
He got 4 hours of sleep. What was he doing, Blondie?
From base.
Duck 2-1.
Is he grinding something? Or is it like 8?
And I fridge to their pink jump.
8?
Last guy.
Well, at least he's working hard. Evidence that there's a real skill gap in Infinite. Top teams have always been better than the rest. What are you saying? What? Yeah. So top teams being better. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that's been happening since the first Halo game came out. There's always been top teams that have been better than the rest.
Car 2.
There's a skill gap in this game. Is it as significant as Halo 5? No. Like the individual skill gap? No. But the fact that you see consistency out of the top players is an indication that the skill gap is there, right? Because the most skilled players continue to win. Say there's no. That's just Lucid getting upset because he's a god at the freaking game, and you know, his standards for what makes a skill gap are higher than the average person. Like, there is still a skill gap. It's just not like.
Back flag.
It could be. It could be more skillful in certain areas.
When you get full control, just go. It's through.
Every Halo has a skill gap.
Schedule fire. Go fire. Fire weak, truck.
In my opinion, Infinite has more of a skill gap than like just about any other Halo game except Halo 5.
Trying to get bomb touch.
I don't know about Halo 2 and CE.
P2 weak soul flank.
So I didn't really play them as much.
Doing the jump. Watch out the jump.
I'd say it's more competitive than H3. Personally.
Flag 1. Nice. Good job. Window.
More competitive than H3 reach and 4.
P2.
Yeah, I'm looking at big shoot down.
PT.
Our car 3, our event.
Frosty was saying the same thing. You got so much hate for it. The game's got no skill gap. This is just what pros say, bro.
If you want to absolute talk, when was our gen, guys?
You know, one of the reasons Frosty was saying that was because the strafe speed.
Yeah, Peter, one shot manning.
And like,
it's
just rewarding players for being too easy.
To the gen. What's the gen? All in the gen. Frosty
prefers the version of Halo with the thrust, right? Where like strafing in Halo 5 was effective, but not super effective. Like you needed to use your thrust wisely to actually excel. H3 shot leading is a skill gap for sure, but I don't find H3 to be to have as much skill expression as other Halos.
Came on foot, came on foot.
The sniper in Halo 3 was skillful. Outside of that,
I'm bomb punch, weak, so snipe. The window,
I
drug,
don't
weak as
really
well.
find it that crazy.
Window, really quick. Pillar.
One shot, one dead.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
pillar,
Halo 5's movement is
Here,
definitely
drop one shot, drop one shot.
a cut
Pillar,
above.
Okay.
The sheer mechanical ability you needed just to do the techniques, let alone like hit your shots while you do
Done
them,
weak,
is
Alex?
night and day different from Infinite.
He sees me before I see him at camera.
Cheat sliding in Infinite is pretty straightforward.
Where the enemy?
But like a lot of people will say this
High
stuff
hole,
and then
weak.
not be good at it, you know?
High hole, make you weak. Nice sub. They're flagging again, guys, too.
After playing the recent CODs, I'll take a skill gap in Halo Infinite easily. Yeah, honestly, when I look at other FPS games like COD, I still appreciate what Infinite has to offer. So, what the hell, bro? Watch it lose the whole feed.
One more trims against soul snipe.
Bridge on me.
Got you. One more there, P-Tunnel to flag. P2, Manny, they're wall. He's playing for bound. Summit.
4 and 4 SR and OG? What are you talking about? Oh, the 8 players.
He's like Argen already. One's Argen. I'm looking at Argen, Sabrina. I'm looking at Argen. Argen weak, Benny, hit him once. And our low gen, shoot Argen.
But yeah, it didn't matter what the Halo was.
One more low
Like, the
gen,
same
low gen.
players were the best players regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back when we brought Halo 3 back to the circuit,
Drip was coming somewhere.
and
Probably.
what was it? Sentinels were still winning tournaments. I guess you had some other teams
They're
peak
brick weak,
in
drug. They're car jump, weak,
and
drug.
thrive a little bit more than usual. People who have been playing Halo 3 during the whole period that the game was like, off circuit
Careful.
had a bit of a leg up because they've been playing for so long in between. But generally speaking, like Sentinels with APG, Lethal,
Are 2 weak, Manny? One shot, Manny.
Snakebite, and
One's a
Roll
flag, one's a
2
drone.
were like the best
One shot up
team.
2,
Or one
soul
of
snipe. One more there, Jen. One side,
Sen
guys.
plus APG.
Our flag,
during
Argen,
Halo
Argen,
3.
Argen,
Yeah,
Argen,
that
Argen.
was like that was what
Our
they won a
stream,
tournament.
Charlie.
I
Can
can't
do Argen,
remember
Argen,
which
let's go,
one.
Argen, let's go. Low gen right now. Challenge bomb.
Streaming guys.
Yeah, he's a car one.
Camo.
Individual skill gap and teamwork skill gap are different. Yeah, exactly. People will say that this game has no skill gap.
John.
They're talking about individual,
Car 3 weak,
but
Manny.
like
Car 3 weak, Manny. 2 shot, Manny. Car 3.
there are other elements of skill in the game for like the team component of the game that is neglected or not talked about.
No one car one truck.
P2, our wall.
Team skill gaps aren't appreciated as much.
Our wall tele. Our street guys, our P2 street, our P wall.
By the pro players.
Our P wall also. One's coming across the middle now.
One track right there. Yeah, no, both on you. Both weak though.
Sniper H3 is really easy.
That is,
I felt like
two.
the stuff that people would pull off with the sniper seemed like impressive to me. I think what's easy about H3 is the movement is like slow and readable.
Truck 1 Manny. One guys. I'll be the Jen.
Car 2, Mikey.
Our brick and one's their P door. 3 dead guys.
Like the kind of shit I would see people
On the head,
pull
on the
off
head,
with the
on the head.
sniper in H3.
Bounce on
The
him.
ceiling that you could achieve
Yeah, we're
with the
good
sniper
side,
is what made it seem skillful
I'm
to
gonna go
me.
P2, I'm gonna
Like
P2.
it's not like hitting your average shots and whatnot aren't that tough, but like people would pull off insane
think
shit
someone's
with the
trying to
sniper. So the ceiling achievable with that thing was definitely where a lot of the skill expression comes in. Yeah, we saw it night though.
One's going bottom pick with bomb.
We watched it together a couple
One's
days
going
ago.
their card
I
to
might
card
post
three,
the
card three,
Shotzzy
card
games to
three.
YouTube. You guys like that idea?
Here, I'm trying up here.
My reaction to the Shotzzy games specifically. The other games were fun, but like Shotzi's, that's
Our
what
fridge,
people care
guys.
about.
Our fridge, guys.
So just me like watching Shotzi versus
Bombs one.
Dashy
RP
versus
weak.
Renegade
What
versus
should I P on guys? Our flag
Legend,
one.
right? Informal.
Nice. Sold.
Shotzi versus Legend, and the final kill, yeah. It's a good way to end the
Bomb,
video.
guys. They could be by bomb.
Almost too good. Almost like scripted good, right?
Don't die, guys. Don't die.
20 seconds, just done and dusted at this rate.
Go pistol.
I literally
Our
have
brick
to
is-
rush, bro. I got no time
bad,
for
bro.
anything. It is past 6 p.m. I have to
L2,
be
L2,
downtown
L1. Going
in
for
less
base.
than an hour.
Car two.
I am fucked. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Nice.
Nice. Optic coming on top. All right, final tally so far in the scrims. What are we looking at, right? Little data hive. Optic was 8-1. I'm going to say that they're probably 9-1 unless Halo Data Hive is so on their game that they're already updating it like as the game is ending. SSG is 8-1 in their scrim. Complexity won a game versus SSG. Not sure what the game was. SR is 6-0 versus FaZe right now. That's where we're ending it off. I can raid somebody who's live. Anybody doing like a watch party like me right now? It doesn't look like it. I think I'm just going to send you guys to formal. Sorry we're ending early today. Tomorrow is an open tournament, right? Tomorrow, the top teams won't be in attendance, but I should be watching some of it. It's the Open Series qualifier, so every team basically except the top 4, I think, will be participating. It goes Saturday and Sunday, so stay tuned, guys. We'll be live tomorrow and Sunday. Sorry, I was late. I had to watch Optic get the last W, babe. Yeah, no, I'm the one who booked the reservation and everything tonight. So, like, this is yeah. Thank you, guys. I just gotta like get dressed really quickly and then go. I appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your evening. Go give Formy some love, and we'll be back tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow's hype, even without the top 4. Sorry, Diplor. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay. Hope your day's going good as well, Dead Boy. Thank you, man. Flyboy, Michael Rice, Samuel, Bemi. Appreciate you all. Nini, thank you for the 20 earlier. Much love, guys.